Hi there again, everybody out there. This is Dean Kurtz on Dino's Rock Talk. Today I'm going to talk about another one of my favorite 60s albums. I know I have a billion of them. Just keep listening and I'll tell them all. This one is the Moody Blues, Days of the Future Past. One of the coolest early albums that really kind of got me into some of the orchestration back then. It sounds a little dated for the 60s, but to me it'll never sound dated. It is such a great album where they mixed their songs with orchestration of, I think it was a London Symphony Orchestra, and just this idea of putting it all together and how well it worked. And you had Graham Edge, the drummer, coming up with the most crazy little poems that they had actually, who was it that did that? I think they got Mike Pinder to actually do the talking for those. But here you had The Day Begins, and it has that great orchestration coming in, and then I think it's Mike Pinder sings. Then you had Dawn as a Filling, Justin Hayward and Mike Pinder both singing. And let me tell you, John Lodge was the bass player, singer. He wrote some, Mike Pinder, keyboards, and that early Mellotron. He was the Mellotron master. In fact, he worked with them to get them better and better. Justin Hayward, in my opinion, probably the best singer in the band, at least the songs he wrote. I don't know, I liked them better. Ray Thomas sang, and he played flute. And then, like I said, Graham Edge was the drummer. And then we had The Morning, Another Morning, and that was a Ray Thomas one. Lunch Break, Peak Hour was John Lodge trying to rock out, and it sounds almost like a surf song to me. The Afternoon, going into Forever Afternoon, Tuesday Afternoon. Then Evening Time to Get Away, Evening, the Sunset, Twilight Time, Into the Night, which is Nights in White Satin, that fantastic early song, into The Cold-Hearted Orb That Rules the Night. That's funny, actually funny to me now. A recital at the end that's kind of a psychedelic poem. But what an album. They went from being an R&B band into this progression on their second studio album, and what a change. And they just went from there, and I dug all their albums. I would buy them every year they came out up until I think Seventh Sojourn, and that was just quite a period. But this start is just such a special one for me anyway. Dean Kurtz, a little short one on Moody Blues, Days of the Future Past, this great